Black plumes of smoke fill the sky over Jabalia refugee camp, one of the most densely populated places in Gaza. It is almost inevitable that any airstrike here would cause civilian casualties, and that's exactly what happened.
Rockets fell on the building next door, and one rocket fell here. As soon as that happened, we came running. We opened the door and came in. We saw people torn apart, severed heads, blood and limbs. Most of them were women.
Children and babies were among the victims of this conflict again. Are these the human shields Israel accuses Hamas of using to protect their tunnels? Seven-year-old Mahmoud was injured when an airstrike hit his neighbour's home.
We were sitting at home and chatting when we heard the explosion next door and suddenly saw that Mahmoud had been hit.
This morning, Abdul Karim's family woke, dreading another day living under Gaza's skies. 13 members of that family are now dead, killed in another Israeli airstrike.
I lost most of my sons. Many of their limbs were blown off in the explosion. My youngest child's head was severed in the blast.
Another day of heavy shelling here in Gaza. Now we're at the Kamal Adwan hospital, that's on the outskirts of Jabalia, an area that has been particularly badly hit. This hospital alone has treated 130 people today, and 17 people have died. Israel's military campaign targeting what it says are Hamas tunnels usually intensifies after dark. The streets get quieter quickly before nightfall these days. Israeli airstrikes also hit targets in Gaza's southern town of Rafah. Rescuers searched for victims under the rubble of another family home. Rana was only 5 years old when she was killed. Her family carried her body to the grave. Israel says it is trying to avoid civilian deaths, but that will mean nothing to those who loved this little girl. Charles Stratford, Al Jazeera, Gaza.